In this video, we will analyze a little bit the growth of international trade, as I had already told you. This growth in the last decades, which has been exponential, and we will see in detail a little bit about it. Well, according to the graph, it can be seen that in 1990, the world trade had barely reached around $3 billion annually. However, by 2000, that figure had reached around $6 billion, that is, in 10 years it had doubled. By 2010, that figure reached $12 billion. That is, in these 10 years, it doubled from 2000 to 2010. By 2020, the figure reaches around $18 billion. That is, it almost doubles in the next 10 years. That is, we are having an almost exponential growth in international trade, which has been growing at a huge rate basically in the last 30 years. And with that, the dependence of national companies, of income or payments in foreign currency, which makes their financial situation vulnerable. Because, as you know, the exchange rate cannot be controlled. In the latest years, it is basically in the most advanced countries, more advanced like the United States, including Mexico, where international trade has grown the most. In fact, the international convention has grown exponentially in North America, Asia, and some parts of Europe. According to the material analyzed in this class, it would be expected that it would be more attractive for companies located in those places. That is, you or the materials seen in this class will be more attractive in those countries where international trade has grown more. Well, in terms of international trade, Mexico has had a very strong growth since the late 90s and early 2000s. Here is a graph of it. This growth is due to the signing of the free trade treaty that Mexico celebrated with the United States and Canada. Today it is called TMEC, but previously it was called NAFTA, which entered into force in 1994. And to give you a fact, between 1993 and 2015, trade between these three countries quadrupled as it happened. 27 billion to 114 billion. Currently, the exports of Mexican goods to the United States reach a value of 350 billion. This growth could not have been presented without the emergence and evolution of multinational companies, which have a central role in the global economy. In the next video, we will talk more in detail about what multinational companies are and why they are very relevant. So remember, summarizing this video, the most important, one of the reasons why it is given a reason to analyze this class is the growth of international trade, because it makes companies more dependent on foreign currency, but they cannot control the variation in the value of this currency. So their financial states become vulnerable, and we are going to use strategies to reduce that vulnerability. Well, okay, in the next video, we are going to analyze a little bit what multinationals are.